we are live. All right. Thank you so much, Rajat, for taking the time out to speak a little bit about what are the trends to look out for as we enter 2024. Um, for those who don't know me, I'm a CX enthusiast. I recently transitioned to customer experience. I work as a senior analyst at LabCorp. It's a diagnostics company. And I'm so excited to host Rajat here, who is with me to talk a little bit about what trends to look out for and how can we prepare as CX professionals for the upcoming years, and a little bit about what technologies and advancements that are coming up in the CX era. So before I get started, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce Rajat. So Rajat Chawla is Asia's first certified CX mentor and strengths coach. He founded Koyopo in the year 2015, through which he consults and delivers CX trainings and prepare for internationally recognized CX certifications. He helps leaders build their CX capabilities at companies like Google, Cisco, Freshworks, Amazon, and Dell, and the likes. And that's not all. He has also written a book for CX professionals, and it's called the Customer Experience Design Book. So I'm so excited to host you, Rajat. Thank you so much for taking the time out. And why don't you go ahead and let us know about your journey as well?
Yeah, thank you, Biswajita. I really appreciate this platform and opportunity to talk about what's coming up in CX in 2024. It's an honor and privilege. I've been in this space for many years, over 2 decades, and the journey has been really very eventful. I've always been the customer facing roles, and after working in sales, marketing, managing large accounts, managing teams, delivering for customers, I then took a transition into being a consultant and a coach in this space. And now I have a practice where I help build CX leaders who are customer centric, who have the mindset, skill set, and are leading the way in customer experience. And it's been such an honor and privilege to contribute to this beautiful space of customer experience. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that, for giving us a little bit of context about how you came into CX, and what are your experiences. What are your experiences in the field? So to start with, we would like to talk a little bit about what are the hottest trends that is shaping up in the customer experience landscape, and maybe we can then drill down a little bit on the technological advancements in the it, we cannot really escape the AI generation right now. So what do you think of that as well? So let us know about what are your thoughts on that.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. That's a big question in the sense it'll have a lot big. I can answer that the whole day, but I'll keep try and keep it specific, pointed. There's lots that's happening. Customer experience has evolved on top of changing dynamics, expectations of the customers. As a result, the companies have to now think experience. With everything else being commoditized, the only differentiator now it is how you make the customer feel. That has always been the case, but customers are now used to speed of service, quality of service, and there's a lot of impatience at the same times, likes of Amazon and likes of companies who deliver really fast. Everything is now available at a click of a button. So there's a changing landscape from the customer's expectation point of view. Now on the other side, when we talk about um, things that are trending, and that's going to go even big on top of technology especially, is personalization, number one. So personalization has taken a new turn because now it's possible for me to get data. We all know about things, tools like chat gpt, power of ai. Now it is really really possible to create personalized tailored experiences and use the data analytics to identify the customers needs, their nuances, how you and me are very different. Now data can be used to identify that, and as a result you can create customized offers. So for example, starbucks has used technology to bring back their old customers. So for example, if uh, any customer who has not bought from starbucks for a while, starbucks can actually, through the location based service, message them, looking at their data, certain offers which will invite them into the store, so that they can try some new products. And they also have, of course, understanding of their previous choices. So that's how they bring back customers. And many other companies, including likes of Netflix, for example, have been able to stream. Earlier they would stream the same programs for everyone. Now they have the ability to get data, work on it, and what you watch and what I watch could be very different based on our
Different.
expectations and needs. So there's lots that's happening. Again, other aspects of the ability to serve customer across channels, which usually is called as omni channel, has taken a completely different turn. Sometimes now we use the word phygital, which is a combination of physical and digital. So that seamless, consistent experience has been talked for many years. But now the technologies are scaling to be able to really make it happen at a scale. And obviously now, uh, chatbots, which personally I'm no, never been a big user of, I've never really adopted to those, but I know certain generation talk to chat gpt like seamlessly, right? So the machine and human interface is going to be so seamless that sometimes it will not be possible even to identify whether we are talking to a human or a robo,
Right.
right? So that's another thing that's going to go bigger. Then aspects of use of voice, right? As you would have seen, already we use likes of alexa, right? But alexa is now replacing google. Alexa is also, likes of alexa are going to replace chat gpt, where you can tap into the power of ai and really get stuff done, get responses. That's the next thing in 2024. These are some of the things. I have more, but some of the things that I know are going to be big in 2024.
Right. And if you could double click on the chatbot and the artificial intelligence, era, would you like to talk a little bit about how, what else do you think would be really big for the CX industry, apart from making it like
Yeah,
intuitive? Yeah.
yeah. Basically, the companies are going to be very focused on, see, experience for the sake of experience is not going to cut the ice. So
Mm,
the CEOs of the company, the businesses would want the experience to translate into ROI, and it should
right.
impact both the bottom line and the top line, right? That's going to be another trend in 2024. We will see that CX has to give returns. If you and me as customers want to feel, want to be made feel special,
Sure. Yeah.
companies would want to do that, but there's a cost to that. And what's the return,
Exactly.
right? So for example, again, I'll give example of Netflix has been able to create original personalized content and has been able to optimize pricing. Earlier, if you create personalized content, that was not even possible. Now it's possible based on the viewership habits. And they have found out their subscriber base increased by 36%, and their churn rate reduced by 25%. and actually they achieved additional market capitalization to the tune of 250 billion dollars. Now
Wow.
these are numbers, right? Right, since you're asking, so and AI is going to play a huge role. So another example of impact on the bottom line, the top line, is Nike. I was surprised when I heard. I went to the website of Nike, and I'm actually, I love Nike products, and I also like to run, so I use Nike shoes. Uh, in fact, I wasn't getting certain product in India, so I got it shipped from
Wow.
UK. I waited for many months. In best of the stores didn't had that product. So
Mm.
when I went to their site, I found out you can personalize the designs, what you want
Mhm.
on your shoe. And that was amazing, because Nike is already a product which people like in technically, and as an experience of the shoe or the products. They have been able to personalize their products and service. As a result, their direct to consumer revenue increased by 30%, which means you need not have to go to the store. You go online, you pick up your design, you pick up your shoe, and you customize it. And you would tell others, your friends and family, saying, wow, this is what I bought. And once they look at the product, they'll ask, where did you get this from? Because that's not in the market, right? As a result, so now everyone knows, whoever is a Nike user, everyone knows. So as a result, their consumer revenue, direct consumer revenue, which was not even possible earlier. You have to go to a store to buy the shoe, right? Otherwise you cannot buy it. Now you can buy online at a scale, personalized product, and it had improved their customer loyalty by 50%. And the brand value of Nike, which was already pretty high, has grown by 40%. So all this is possible because they have been capturing the data, AI data. Now another interesting, since we are talking about um, shoes, another company which kind of has set a trend is uh, Zappos. Now,
Uh-huh.
we all have a shoe number of a shoe, right? Where, for example, I would wear 7 number or 8 number, whether it is UK number or India number. What Zappos learned is that there are people who have different shoe size. So for their left and the right feet, they prefer different size shoes, and there is a market for that. Even if there is a smaller market, that's a niche market. So
Okay.
Zappos learned that and created that kind of shoes. And now
Wow.
you can buy, pick and choose your size. You can pick and choose different sizes for the same model, which is unheard. So these kind of interesting experimentation is only possible with the help of data and customization. And we will see combination of geo targeting,
Mm-hmm.
use of customized artificial intelligence providing customer intelligence, and omni-channel becoming more mature, so that you have this seamless integration going across. So AI has a significant role to play to bring this intelligence and scale at a scale and at a speed.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, the way I look at it is it's an opportunity rather than a threat for a lot of us, and we should be embracing this and making AI as a part of our job and not really, thinking about if they are going to replace us or not. But
Yeah, interesting
yeah.
point. I just want to make one statement. You brought it up. There is a scare that AI will replace certain jobs. There will be a change of tapestry, around the job market because of AI. But it's said that the threat is to the people by AIs, to the people who don't know AI. Not the AI is not going to replace the jobs. It's
Yeah,
going to replace people who don't know AI. So
exactly.
everybody needs to learn some way and get, like everybody had to learn digital in some way, right? How to use phones, how to use technology in certain basic manner. Similarly, AI is going to bring that shift, so it's not going to be a threat. Like everybody had to learn to use Microsoft Office, right? There was a transition, so that transition is
Exactly.
what is going to come.
Amazing. Uh, that was Really, really great examples that you brought forth. And it's a perfect segue to what's coming next. I thought of making our session a little actionable as well. If possible, what are your thoughts on the best practices and what are some of your favorite frameworks when it comes to CX? Are there any of your favorites that you would like to talk?
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up because I have my favorites, and because I have seen it work, I have uh, helped a lot of leaders learn that, master that, implement that, and get results
Yeah.
inside their organization and get global recognition for their cutting edge work using the framework. So one of my favorite framework, which is not a rocket science per se, it's from CXP. I'm also a recognized training provider with CXP. I also help professional get trained, learn skills, and get certified in the area. I have my own certification, plus I help them get certification from CXPA, which is called a Certified Customer Experience Professional.
Hmm.
And when I say that, it comes with a beautiful framework. There are five foundational disciplines of this framework, and I can just quickly touch upon, starting with the customer experience strategy or vision. So you need, and the framework helps you build a customer centric organization which is capable of delivering world class experience. So you need to have a great vision, uh, then followed by a culture of the organization where people understand and demonstrate behavior on a day-to-day basis, which takes them towards this vision, which is customer-centric vision. So for example, if Amazon says that yes, we want to be earth's most customer-centric company, right? That's their vision. How do you make it happen? And I don't know about you, but 99% of the people, when I ask them what are their favorite, most customer centric company, Amazon's name comes at the top, along with few more.
For me as well.
Yeah, so for you as well, no exception. So you added to the count. The as a result, how do you make that kind of a culture? Right.
Okay.
Third is having the organization structure where you are able to drive results through a certain organization. Along with that, your ability to measure these experiences. So again, as we talked about the ROI, return on investment, right? Going forward, you also need to have a mechanism of bringing voice of customer. So all this is a part of the framework. How do you gather insights? Like we talked about use of AI, the technology is going to be actually really, accelerating and improving the efficiencies of these things. Then it's about really designing empathetic customer experiences. That's another part of the framework. So all these are part of the framework, which I call, as a CXPA framework, which I have
Mhm.
given my own touch to that because I have been working and evolving this from the last 8 years. So one of the acronyms that we use is called as iPod. Like, the iPod, I can carry it in my pocket.
Yeah.
I say we can have, I have passion, obsession, and discipline. So CX professional need
Wow.
to have that, right? So, and some of the students and my clients, they love it, and they've made it their own also, and they've made it for, easy for their employees to also follow it. So this is the framework, and iPod is probably another framework that's my invention, and
Amazing.
combined with what I just shared with you, five disciplines.
That's really amazing. Um, so it's like CX is all pervasive and it touches upon a lot of actually all of the organizational chart that we have in any of the companies. So but that is foundational for any of the CX companies to become customer centric, and most importantly the culture part is something that is very important. A lot of people, though it says that it's customers, customer experience, but if we take the employee experience as a part of our initiatives as well, it's going to like double down on the growth as well. So that is another way to look at it. But This framework was really amazing. So thank you so much for giving that perspective and letting us know about the iPod framework as well. So
Right.
bringing these frameworks, but now comes the execution part. What are some of the skills and competencies do you think like the CX professional should be having when we put all of these initiatives in place? What are some of the essential skills that you think?
Yeah, great. Um, you know, building on the aspects that I talked about, passion, obsession, and discipline. Actually, passion is all about really learning, becoming self-aware as a leader, as
Yeah,
a CX professional. Why do you want to get into? A lot of people come to me because CX is trending, right? Customer experience is trending. uh, I would say 8 years back, I would not find anyone writing customer experience as their designation or on their LinkedIn profile. Now you Google it or you search on LinkedIn, there are millions of people who are writing it. The reason is it's also trending. Whatever they were doing, they've also added customer experience as an additional competency, skill, and interest. Right. So there has been redesign of their designations. But what will differentiate in terms of skills? Again, I would like to say this, and CXPA CEO also love this. I say skill set, mindset, and heart set.
right,
We just need skill set. We need the mindset and the heart set. Now, where does it come from? We can go to a college. You can come to me. I can help you build those skills. Right? I'm an expert at that in terms of having done it as a coach and a mentor. But I can only inspire your heart's desire to be a customer centric professional. And I can only work on your mindset if you already are driven to contribute in this space. The passion is something that exists. We can kindle it.
right,
We can really blow it up a little bit. But that is what you need to have. So passion is something which we want. If you love to serve customers, if you love to improve experiences, then skills like customer journey mapping, right? It's a
foundational.
very, and again, you can really be the master of it. You can learn it in a day, but mastery can take a lifetime, right? Which
True.
means starting with empathy. The designing of CX journeys is a beautiful space in terms of skills.
Yeah,
And another is, are you passionate about drawing insights for the customer to improve their experience? So that brings us to the aspects of being able to, work with the voice of customers. First, get it, and then process it, and then
mm,
use that to transform the experiences, including likes of data analytics and all. Right?
right,
That's another one. The third skill is, can you actually inspire within your company a culture? Can you improve the behaviors? How can you really bring people uh, best when it comes to serving customers? How can you make them be more proactive? Right? So there is a raw material. There's a diamond. You can't turn coal into diamond. It takes thousands of years or millions of years, right? We don't have that much of time. So you can give a good finish to a diamond. So what I'm saying is, do you already have this passion and
yeah,
obsession? Then we give you the discipline, and in terms of skills that you ask, these are going to be differentiator for people. Again, in spite of AI coming in, how much are you driven to make a difference? And as a leader, do you have truly a vision to be able to show your teams that we are going there, come with me? Right? Leader's job is that. So
yeah,
can you, like Jeff Bezos at Amazon said, to be Earth's most customer centric company? But they went journey by journey by journey by journey, from one journey to another journey. Earlier, when you bought digital book, first of all, earlier they started with physical books, then they turned into digital book, then came Kindle, then came a single click, and the book is in your Kindle or on your phone.
exactly.
It's been an evolutionary journey because of their commitment to make it fast, easy, and efficient. So I'm also giving a new framework called as 3 E's, which is not mine. 3E of customer experience: easy, enjoyable, and efficient. So the
Right.
professionals, CX professionals who can actually master this. You, since you talked about execution, this is the framework that will help them execute great customer experience.
That's amazing. I mean, I see that a lot of change management also like comes into picture when we are a CX professional, um, and like bring that story of growth and bring bring all the people together, get all the buy-ins from the right stakeholders, and till seeing the end of that, seeing the future version is a
Right.
journey, and it takes a lot of time and it requires a lot of patience and discipline as well.
Hmm.
So that's amazing. So I wanted to ask you just one last question. So
Sure.
like me, I have 8 years of experience in marketing and community management. So I transitioned from being a marketer to community management, and then now in CX. So what are some of the, let's say, transferable skills that people would be having? For example, if someone is in customer success, for example, what do you think are some of the skills that would be very much in parallel to what CX professional would be having? Are there any kind of overlap that you see? And
Yeah.
this is just for our audience who would be maybe thinking about a transition, let's say, and they don't know what CX is and if it is right for them. But for me, it's like it's all about transferable skills and how do we tap into those skills. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, great. That's great question. So there are lots of examples, Biswajit. I'm glad you asked this question. That like I know Cisco's um, chief experience officer. She's now chief operating officer for the company, which means she moved from customer centric role to
Right.
operationalizing it as an operational leader, COO. And she was earlier customer success leader with Salesforce.com. So you see the
Okay.
transition. Similarly, Yamini Rangan, she was the chief customer experience officer. Now she is a CEO. I
Wow.
have some people in my community who have the vision to go to the CEO level, COO level, and they have been in the roles of customer success, and they learn customer experience of with from me and the frameworks that I teach. And there's a since you use the word transferable skills, I think this beautiful synergy between CX and CS. There is a distinction. Customer experience is more about really bringing that horizontal layer where your entire organization think for customer, be customer centric. Customer success came more from the SaaS world, right? There
Yeah.
were account management space was already there, but SaaS world, and right, making customers successful with your product. So if you have a knowledge, that's more also connected sometimes with the revenue,
Hmm.
closely connected with the revenue, right? So there is a versions and descriptions of that. When you have this horizontal layer understanding of customer experience, you empower yourself as a customer success professional as well, right? So these are very very complementary. Excuse me. So you can still master customer experience and be super successful, because it is a, I say, CX to CXO, right? CX to CXO, in between you can become customer success leader, you can become customer experience leader, chief operating officer. But once a customer experience professional with that mindset, heart set, and skill set, it's a lifelong asset. Now,
Exactly.
even pre-sales people have come to me and they have learned CX. There have been examples where they learned CX and transitioned into CS. They came as consultants from business process background, analysis background, and they transitioned into customer experience and customer success roles. What
Yeah.
happens is, again, it's like an MBA. After an MBA, you have multiple opportunities, multiple tracks to take. On this side of MBA, you are doing something, and usually people then transition because they learn more about themselves. So as part of our program, I spend a lot of time on making people self aware of their own strengths. I'm
Hmm.
also a certified strengths coach, because maybe because of that I like people to be clear of their why, right?
Amazing.
So for someone like you, the clarity of your why will drive you even stronger, and will help you add more value to your environment. And all these skills are going to become your lifelong assets and empower you like an MBA, add an asset to your overall capabilities as a stronger leader in the future.
Amazing. Um, And like I would just like to add one thing is you don't need to really wait for the designation of CX to be in your title. Go ahead and do the changes that means that would
Yeah.
be that would make sense for the customers is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, right.
And everybody is a CX, and whether you're in the CX role or not, everybody is responsible for the customer. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. And I missed one thing which you do a lot, and I think you are expert of that, is community. Future of customer experience is also community experience.
it does help.
All
Yeah.
everywhere I see and even read, companies who have been able to bring their customers and nurture them as a community do extremely well, because everything else uh, kind of can be challenged. But once you turn them into your raving fans and make you part of your community, then you also make them stakeholders, which is a more two way, right? So
Exactly.
I think that's a beautiful space and skill and expertise that you have developed. So community is also a future. In future you can expect more of communities, since you mentioned that.
Yes. Although I have transitioned, but that is something that is very close to my heart as well. Community is where we are transparent to our customers and where we show the true brand vision and the mission. It's very close to my heart. And thanks so much for iterating this. This is really helpful. Um, okay, so we are at the end of the 30 minutes mark. Are there any last thoughts that you would like our audience to leave with?
Thank you so much, Viswa. I think it was the opportunity to again talk something about which I'm passionate about. So thanks for that opportunity. I would say that if you want to know more, you can connect with me on LinkedIn, send me a message, and I also like to help serious people, in this space. So I have a link where you can even book a call with me.
Yeah,
My calendar is open, and if you want to learn more about how we help people fast track their career and land their dream opportunities by getting CX certification, we have unique profile in that space. I've been helped hundreds of leaders, so most welcome to get in touch and know more about how can you fast track with CX.
exactly. So as I mentioned, everyone who is live, who is watching us, as I mentioned, Rajat is the very first CX expert from Asia, and do not miss out the opportunity to talk to him and learn more about his experiences. And I'm sure he would be able to give you a little bit of clarity on what CX is, and do not miss out the opportunity to talk to him. And I will be putting all the links in the description as well. You can go ahead and talk to him and book a call. And and also, like, you are definitely very much active on LinkedIn, so we will keep posting on LinkedIn, and you can definitely go ahead and talk to him on LinkedIn. So
Sure.
that brings us to the end of this live, and this was my very first live, by the way. And I'm so honored to have you. This is amazing, and I had a great experience talking to you. Thank you so much, Rajat. I appreciate the time you have given to us, and let's see you in the next live.
Yeah, thank you, Vishwa. It was great connecting. It wasn't my first live, but first live with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Awesome.
Great
Thanks.
entry to 2023 for me.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great. 2024 and exit from 2023. Yeah. Great.
Exactly. On that note, happy holidays to everyone who is watching us. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.